Hi everybody. So I have just got this new camera and I wanted a way to show it off to test the video quality, to see if it's better than the old one I was using. It doesn't do that weird thing where it follows my movements around, so I think that's going to be a big plus. Also, it gives me an excuse to put this back together. My brother broke this because he's an idiot. And he was keeping some of his crap up on where I kept all my collectibles and my models. Because he has nowhere else to put all his nonsense garbage. And it fell and it shattered into a million pieces. But luckily, nothing like seriously broke. I didn't lose any major pieces. So I'm going to be reassembling it for your sleepy pleasure today. So let's get started. I'm also going to be gluing it together with some Gorilla Glue so it doesn't come off again. So let's see, let's put the pilot in. And for those of you who might not know, this is a P-40 Warhawk. I think that's the name. I think it's the Warhawk. This is not coming out. It was used from 1938 to 1943 before it was replaced. It was one of the more liked aircraft of World War II, though it didn't see too much service. It was fully replaced in 1943 by the I don't remember the name of the aircraft that replaced it. I know it wasn't the Mustang. There we go. But I've always liked World War II equipment. Okay, so while that dries, I think my favorite vehicle from World War II will have to be the Sherman. The Pershing, I kind of like that tank too, but I think the Sherman takes the cake. As for my favorite gun, it'll have to be the 1911 or the actually I'll have to put that in categories. It'll have to be the sorry, my allergies are acting up all of a sudden. For submachine guns, it'll have to be the Thompson, and these are all American guns because I'm not a big fan of the British or the German ones. it'll have to be, for pistol handguns, it'll have to be the 1911. For submachine guns, it would have to be the Thompson, the A1, I think, not the Tommy gun, but the Thompson. And for rifles, it'll be the M1 carbine. That gun doesn't get enough love because everyone is just so fixated on the Grand, which was made by Springfield. The Lee Enfield and the Springfield, they were good guns, but, you know, it's not like... That's one of the reasons why, you know, Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard, it's not, you know, I'm like, the game's just bad. Because guns that are in the game, that should be in the game, are not in the game. Like, oh, I forgot the propeller. The Springfield's not in the game. The Lee Enfield's not in the game. The M1 carbines not in the game. What else? They're like adding guns that were prototypes at the end of the war. They're bringing it into the game. I don't know, it's just Vanguard's not. It's just not on my list of games, you know. I'm excited for the next Modern Warfare. I'm excited for when Halo gets its act together. Big Halo fan. If you could, you know, if you've watched some of my role plays, you probably be able to. You'll probably be able to figure that one out pretty quickly. Great, now my hands are covered in super glue. But yeah, I was a big fan of Warzone and all that, but oh, a squeaky chair. Yeah, so like I was saying before, I got carried away with telling you everything that I like. The plane didn't see too extensive service, but the service it did see, it proved itself to be a I don't know the word for it, but it proved itself to be a really good plane. Though it had some shortcomings, it was slower than the Mustang. But you know, it was a pretty well-rounded plane. I don't know the flight time the plane had. I don't know if it could stay in the air for as long as the Mustang could, but it was a pretty decent plane. Kind of sad that I didn't get to see a lot of action because the Mustang was just so much better than any other aircraft out there. Even the fighter jet that the Nazis had, or that the Germans had at the ending of the World War. Every one of those planes, I don't remember the name of the jet, but every one of those jets was shot down by ace pilots in the Mustang. So the Nazis were getting absolutely decimated at the ending of the war because they had to fight the US, the British, the Canadians, the Soviets. Japan was pretty much done at that point. Italy was never a big problem because Mussolini was like, he was an idiot. He was also obsessed with Hitler, like, in love with him. And I let that. And Mussolini, for those of you who somehow don't know who he is, he's Italian, or he was Italian. I think he was hanged. If he wasn't, then I apologize. But I'm pretty sure he was hanged. If I'm wrong about him being hanged, please correct me, because I'm all about, learning more about history. And okay, hold on. So there you have it. There's the P-40 Warhawk. Whoops. I can get this to come, more of this to come out. I almost glued my hand down. There it is, complete, finished, and just waiting to be, just waiting for the glue to dry. I love these models, these type of models. I actually built this one with my sister. We were gonna make this a thing, but we never really got around to getting building another one. So this was our first one, our first and only one. So if you guys like these model put-togethers, maybe next time I do one, I can do it straight out of the box, putting it all together for the first time with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this little, kind of like this little history lesson. As well, maybe I taught you so. Maybe I said something you didn't know. But this is the full plane. It was used by the Army Air Corps till 1942. Beautiful plane. Beautiful plane. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for deciding to spend your time with me. I hope you enjoyed the videos I put out, and I hope I need to put a pin in that real quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider watching some other stuff, and I'll see you next time.